Hey, people, what's up? This is Yah's chosen one, and so are you if you let him into your life. We're in the Book of Enoch. We're on chapter 12. And, just got thinking about the last chapter, man. Eternal is a very long time, man. It's something that we can't even fathom as humans. It's something we can't even fathom. Let's make sure you're on the road, on the right side of the Most High. All right, chapter 12 in Book of Enoch. Before these things, Enoch was hidden, and no one of the children of men knew where he was hidden, and where he abode, and what had become of him. And his activities had to do with the watchers, and his days were with the holy ones. So holy ones being Shem and all them, and the Malachim. And I, Enoch, was blessing Yah of majesty, and the King of the ages. And lo, the watchers called me Enoch the scribe, and said to me, Enoch, thou scribe of righteousness, go, declare to the watchers of the heaven, who have left the high heaven, the holy eternal place, and have defiled themselves with women, and have done as the children of earth do, and have taken unto themselves wives. Ye have wrought great destruction on the earth, and ye shall have no peace, nor forgiveness of sin. Let's see. There's something about this that ticked the Most High off. You know what I'm saying? Because we as humans, we can have forgiveness of sins thanks to Yehoshua dying on the cross. But these Malachim get no forgiveness of their sin. And inasmuch as they delight themselves in their children, their pride was their children. These hybrids that they was creating, they had delight in these children for destroying Yah's creation and for destroying men. The murder of their beloved ones shall they see. Remember, the Most High told, I think it was Gabriel or Michael, to put this, this spell of confusion on them to kill themselves. And over the destruction of their children shall they lament, and shall make supplication unto eternity. But mercy and peace shall ye not attain. These fallen ones not going to have peace. They're not going to have any mercy. Chapter 13. And Enoch went and said, look at this. Enoch was dwelling with these Malachim. This is how strong Enoch was. He was dwelling with these giants and these Malachim all over the earth. And Enoch went and said, and we can read that in the Book of Jasher. And Enoch went and said, Azazel, thou shalt have no peace. A severe sentence has gone forth against thee to put thee in bonds. That means imprisonment. And thou shalt not have toleration nor requests granted to thee, because of the unrighteousness which thou hast taught, and because of all the works of godlessness, and unrighteousness, and sin which thou hast shown to men. Then I went and spoke to them all. Look, we have Enoch speaking to these fallen Malachs, man. This is how powerful Enoch was. Him and Sheph, Methuselah, and all them, they were mighty men of Yah. That's why Enoch was taken with Yah, man. This is how strong he was. Then I went and spoke to them all together, and they were all afraid. And fear and trembling seized. Look, we have fallen Malachs trembling. We get a better understanding on what these fallen angels are, because they do tremble. And they besought me to draw up a petition for them, that they might find forgiveness, and to read their petition in the presence of Yah of heaven. Remember, in the Book of Jasher, Enoch was communicating with Yah. These Malachim saw that in Enoch. They were trembling at Enoch. Enoch had power over the Malachim. Can you believe that? That's how strong Shem, Methuselah, all them were. And the Malachim went to Enoch to sign a petition for them to give to Yah. That's crazy. For from thenceforth they could not speak. Look, they weren't even allowed in the presence of Yah. You know what I'm saying? Even Satan, Lucifer, when he goes to and fro through the earth, he still has power to talk to Yah. They couldn't even go before Yah anymore. And why do you think they're making these portals everywhere, man? They trying to get these Malachim back up into heaven to take care of Yah, to replace Yah with these fallen gods that they have here on earth. Read that in Jasher. That's what that whole Tower of Babel was about. You ever see Stargate? Those portals? They got these portals all over the earth. They trying to get them open. Nor lift up their eyes to heaven for shame of their sins for which they had been condemned. The righteous Malachim are looking down upon them, and they can't even look up to the righteous one because they know that they sin. Then I wrote out their petition. Enoch did it. Enoch wrote out the petition and the prayer in regard to their spirits and their deeds individually, and in regard to their request that they should have forgiveness and length of days. So Enoch filled out a petition for Yah to forgive them for their sinful thing and for their eternal lives. Remember their eternal life. Remember their spirit. Their spirit. And I went off and sat down at the waters of Dan, in the land of Dan, to the south of the west of Hermon. Remember, Hermon was where they descended. That's where those fallen Malachim descended. So Enoch was right in the thick of these creatures, the Malachims themselves, and these creatures that the Malachim had created. Enoch was right in the midst of them. I read their petition till I fell asleep. And behold, a dream came to me, and visions fell down upon me. And I saw visions of chastisement, and a voice came bidding me to tell it to the sons of heaven, and reprimand them. And when I awake, I came unto them, and they were all sitting gathered together, weeping in Abel's jail, which is between Lebanon and Sinisar, with their faces covered. Look at this. These things, these fallen ones, look at them weeping. We find so much more about angels in this book. And there's certain lost books out there that are hidden in that Vatican, I know, that they don't want you to get. They want all the knowledge, man. But the Most High said their secret places will be sought out. Their nakedness will be discovered. And I recounted before them all the visions which I had seen in sleep, and I began to speak the words of righteousness, and to reprimand the heavenly watchers. Verse 14. The book of the words of righteousness, and of the reprimand of the eternal watchers, in accordance with the command of the Holy Great One in that vision. I saw in my sleep what I would not now say with a tongue of flesh, and with the breath of my mouth, which the Great One has given to men to conserve therewith and understand with heart. And he have created and given to man the power of understanding, the word of wisdom. So hath he created me also, and given me the power of reprimanding the watchers. They gave this man, talking in the flesh, Enoch, power over these Malachim. That's what the Most High did. The children of heaven, I wrote out your petition, and in my vision it appeared thus, that your petition will not be granted unto you throughout all the days of eternity, and that judgment has been finally passed upon you. Yea, your petition will not be granted unto you, and from henceforth you shall not ascend into heaven unto all eternity, and in bonds of the earth the decree has gone forth to bind you for all the days of the world. Woo! Now think about that. Their normal habitation was with the heavens, with the Most High. They probably seen him on a daily basis. That has been revoked. The Most High said, you can't even come in my presence anymore. They are bound on this earth. And that previously you shall have seen the destruction of your beloved sons, and you shall have no pleasure in them, but they shall fall before you by the sword, and your petition on their behalf shall not be granted, nor yet on your own, even though you weep and pray and speak all the words contained in the writing which I have written. Woo. Yeah, the Most High. Yeah, he's all love, man. But when it comes time for chastisement and putting it down on you, man, Most High don't play, man. You say he forgives all sins? Not in this case. Not in this case, man. They did something utterly wrong, man. And the vision was shown to me thus. Behold, in the vision clouds invited me, and a mist summoned me. And the course of the stars and the lightning sped and hastened me. And the winds in the vision caused me to fly, and lifted me upward, and bore me into heaven. And I went in till I drew nigh to a wall which is built of crystals, and surrounded by tongues of fire, and it began to affright me. And I went into the tongues of fire, and drew nigh to a large house, which was built of crystals. And the walls of the house were like a tessellated floor, made of crystals. Man, just blinging everywhere. And its groundwork was of crystal, all clear. Its ceiling was like the path of the stars and the lightnings, and between them were fiery cherubim. Cherubim are a form of Malaks. Satan was or Lucifer was a cherubim. And their heaven was clear as water. Everything just so clear, crystal. A flaming fire surrounded the walls, and its portals blazed with fire. And I entered into that house, and it was hot as fire and cold as ice. There were no delights of life therein. Fear covered me, and trembling gat hold upon me. And as I quaked and trembled, I fell upon my face, and I beheld a vision. And lo, there was a second house, greater than the former, and the entire portal stood open before me, and it was built of flames of fire, and in every respect it is so excelled in splendor and magnificence, an extent that I cannot describe to you its splendor and its extent. And its floor was of fire, and above it were lightnings and the path of the stars, and its ceiling also was of flaming fire. And I looked and saw therein a lofty throne. Its appearance was as crystal, and the wheels thereof as the shining sun. And there was the vision of cherubim. And from underneath the throne came streams of flaming fire, so that I could not look thereon. And the great glory set thereon, and his raiment shone more brightly than the sun, and was whiter than any snow. None of the angels could enter and could behold his face, by reason of the magnificence and glory, and no flesh could behold him. The flaming fire was round about him, and a great fire stood before him, and none around could draw nigh him. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him, Yet he needed no counselor, and the most holy ones were nigh to him, did not leave by night, nor depart from him. And until then I had been prostrate on my face, trembling. And Yah called me with his own mouth, and said to me, Come hither, Enoch, and hear my words. And one of the holy ones came to me and walked me, and he made me rise up and approach the door. And I bowed my face downwards. Man, that is crazy. Holy cow. Could you imagine Enoch? Oh man, the things Enoch must have saw, man. He had these Malachim guiding him to the Most High. The cherubims cover the mercy seat, but even though the Malachim are, they can't even look upon it, man, because whatever the Most High is, man, goodness, gosh, the brilliance of it all, man. So Enoch going through this portal, man, of this fire and all these crystals and stuff. And man, wouldn't you be prostrate too, bowed down, man? You couldn't even look. I wouldn't even look up. I'll be just like Enoch. And then the magnificence of it. Enoch was such, he walked with the Most High. He was with the Most High. How righteous do you have to be with the Most High, man? Moshe dealt with the Most High. But this guy Enoch, man, goodness, the things he must have seen, man. The heavens, the portals. And he even gives a brief description of the Most High, man. He's just so bright. Brighter than any snow. Just a flaming fire. Whatever he is, that's what he is. Just a ball of energy and brightness. But has wisdom and intelligence and knowledge. Wherever he came from, he was just here. And fleshly, man, we look at that and we just can't fathom that. You know, scientists come up with Big Bang theories and stuff like that because they just want to try to come up with something. But you just can't imagine being what Omega is. Okay? Omega is Omega. He was just there. And I know some atheists and agnostics, they can't comprehend that. And you're not supposed to comprehend that. I understand. I'm not trying to change you to being, getting in the Bible and everything. But I'm trying to tell you, man, you was created by something, dude. You was created something far more superior, far more advanced. Even the ones that he created, the Malachims that stay with him in heaven, can't even look upon this entity known as Yah. It's just hard to describe. Enoch's doing his best to describe it too, man. It's amazing, man. That's amazing. All right, man. This your boy, Yah's chosen one, and so are you. Get that word every day, man. Know what's going on in the world, man. What your pastors aren't teaching in on pulpits and everything, man. Know what's going down, man, because if you're really studying your Bible, if you're really studying to show yourself approved, man, you really start looking into stuff, man, and just stop taking the world for what it is. The world is full of mirages and camouflages, man, that these fallen ones have given you. And some people are just giving into the deception so easily, man. All right, love you guys much, man, and I'll catch you on chapter. I think it's 15. Yeah, I'll catch you on chapter 15 on the next one, man. Okay. All right. Shalom.